Hello! Welcome to Thirsty Thursday. I am super excited for today's Thirsty Thursday. So I have wine here and today is my birthday. So it is special birthday edition of Thirsty Thursday. So naturally I'm super excited because I'm about to go to dinner with my parents and drink some more wine. So it's going to be a good day. I'm excited. So let me get everything pulled up here so I can see comments. Let me know when you're here. Say hi so that I know that you're here. You guys, if you've been here a while, you know the drill now. You probably get sick of hearing me say this over and over again. But I love not staring at myself on the screen. So tell me hi. Let me know that you're here. Okay, pull this up. I can see everything. Thank you, Sherry. It is my birthday. Thank you, Amber. Okay, I did the birthday wiggle dance, and I got my wine. So, if you just joined on, I'm about to go to dinner with my parents and drink even more wine. So, it's going to be a good day. It's a good birthday so far. I've been working all day. My husband works, he works all day. He works 12-hour shifts. So, just hanging out at home. I went to birthday lunch with my mom, going to birthday dinner with my dad, keeping it casual, but I got wine. That's all that matters, right? Right. You have land shark. Oh, man, I haven't had land shark in forever, Amber. That's awesome. Okay, let's do this. Just because it's my birthday, it doesn't mean I don't have awesome shit to talk about today. So, some of you might have noticed, if you're like a super stalker, which is totally okay if you are, but last week we did not have a Thirsty Thursday. It was the first one since I have opened this group where I did not have a Thirsty Thursday. And I chalked it up as it was Valentine's Day. People probably wouldn't want to watch, blah, blah, blah. But in reality, I just wasn't feeling it. Not gonna lie. Like, I wasn't feeling it at all. And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. I sent an email to my list about this same topic earlier this week. So if you're on my list, you may have heard a little bit of this already. If not, what the heck are you doing? You should be on my email list. But yeah, I really have been feeling like super burnt out lately. Like just not really excited about doing a whole lot of stuff. So of course I love teaching the trainings and I love, creating content and doing stuff like that. But it's like the marketing part of it sometimes gets like super overwhelming to me to plan it all out. And you just get like burnout sometimes, right? Sherry, I don't you have some of those days. Yes. So yeah, let me know, like Sherry did too. Totally let me know if you have these days too. I think everybody does. And if they say they don't, they're probably full of shit. They're probably lying. So it's, like for me, I try to plan everything in advance and like, plan out my content, schedule my content, do all those things beforehand in case that happens. But sometimes, again, it catches up, right? So that's why I want to talk today, because the first thing I want to, I can't talk. I promise I've only had that one sip of wine. But yeah, Amber, social media in particular, yes, Instagram in particular for me, I'm just like overwhelmed and like, okay, this is a lot. This is a lot to manage on myself. I haven't hired anyone to help me with that stuff yet. And even when I do start hiring people, I feel like I'm probably still not going to hire someone for my social media because I feel like that makes it not as authentic. I feel like it really needs to be me. And if it's not me, then it's not, it defeats the purpose, in my opinion. But anyway, thank you for more happy birthdays. I love the happy birthdays. Hi, Christy. I didn't even see your first comment yet. Yes, it's my birthday. So, so that's the first thing I want to say, though, is if you feel overwhelmed and, like, you're just totally over it, that's okay. It happens to literally everyone. And if they say that it doesn't, again, they're totally lying. Sorry, not sorry. They're lying. It happens to everybody. So if you feel overwhelmed and you want to take a break, take a freaking break. That's the first part of this. If you need to take a break, take a break. Because here's what I've learned. If you try to just power through it and you try to just do it anyway and force yourself, your content comes out kind of shitty. At least for me. And most people, most people that I follow, sometimes you can just kind of tell. And maybe that's, for those of us like myself who are more like intuitive and can kind of read between the lines on stuff, which is a huge, huge part of this whole industry, right? A lot of people are like that. That's why we're so good at what we do, right? But you can just tell. You can feel it when something is off and when something is not right. You can see it in other people's content and they can see it in your content. So what I've learned is that if I am not feeling it, I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not. Because what ends up happening is I put in all this work. I force myself. I feel really shitty about it to, write the 7, different Facebook posts or 7 Instagram posts or research all the hashtags and all the stuff that goes on. I do it. And then it doesn't really get a lot of engagement anyway. It doesn't really do very well. And it's that energy thing, right? If your energy's not behind it, if you're not excited about it, then it's not going to do well. It's just not. And that's one of those, woo-woo-y type things that I don't usually talk about, but it really is. It's so true. Like, personal experience, I've seen it firsthand, again, with myself and with my clients and with other people I follow. So that's the first thing I want to say. Take a freaking break if you need a break. I think I've done not Spotlight Sundays, Thirsty Thursdays on literally just that. Take a freaking break if you need a break. I cannot say that enough. Just do it. So what I want to talk about, the purpose of this though, is how to set up your business so that you don't take a nosedive into the crapper while you're taking a break, right? That's why we feel like, oh my gosh, I can't take a break because our whole business is going to explode the second we close our laptop, right? At least that's how I was. Tell me if that's you too. I'm going to pause and get a sip of my wine. I know the Facebook Lives kind of drive me nuts a little bit sometimes because I'm like a full 3 seconds ahead of you. So I'm like waiting for answers and you guys haven't even heard what I'm saying yet. So you need a sip of wine. But let me know if that's you too. Let me know if you've ever just felt like, oh my gosh, I literally cannot stop doing this, or I'm not going to get my next client, or I'm not going to, book or sell a course or whatever it is you're trying to do. I'm going to read the comments too. I love reading comments. They're so fun. Yes, Facebook for you, Amber. Yep. Don't be shitty. Exactly. That should be your number one rule in business, right? Don't be shitty in any way. Plan when I'm feeling it and write a ton of content at once. Yeah, and that's kind of what I do too. That's my goal. Lately though, again, I haven't been feeling it and I ran out on my pre-planned stuff and I was like, well, fuck it. I'm out. I'm not feeling it. I'm tired of forcing it. So I just didn't. I hadn't posted on, I still haven't posted on Instagram other than a few random stories when we went to Supercross last weekend, since the first week of February, because it's just, I don't know, I'm not excited about it. So I just haven't done it. But here's the cool part, and here's what I want to talk about today. Yes, been there. Okay, good. Makes me feel better too. Hopefully it makes you feel better. Also makes me feel better. But, yeah, we want to plan for that. So that's one of the things that kind of, where the brand archetypes come in. So you guys have probably heard me talk about these a ton, the brand archetypes. They're really just about understanding who you are, right? Yes, they can help you pick colors and pick fonts and know how to talk to your clients and all of those cool things. They're really awesome. Obviously, I love the crap out of them. My quiz is so fun. But at the same time, it's really just about you. It's really about understanding yourself and knowing how your brain works and how you, can, use that to your advantage and have your clients want to hang out with you by just being you. That's the ultimate goal. At least it is for me and, the clients that I work with. Not having to feel fake or slimy or sleazy or do anything that just doesn't feel good. We just want to be ourselves. Just show up, be on the internet, act like the normal human that I am, or weird human, whatever you are. I'm kind of weird. But just be normal, not have to, put on a face, all of that, and then have your clients come in regardless of how you show up, right? That's the goal. And that's where those archetypes really come in, is really understanding all of those things about our personality and making the logical, connection in our brain for how we process information and how things work. So what that looks like for me, my 2 main archetypes, my primary archetype is the creator, and I also have Sage and Maverick, but I'd say Sage is definitely the next biggest one. It'd be the secondary for sure. So what that means is, because I am a creator, I am insane level perfectionist, not in a good way. I've talked about this a lot. There's plenty of other trainings that talk about overcoming perfection and all of that stuff. But at the same time, like I've said in other trainings, yes, it holds me back. Yes, perfectionism is a big deal and I struggle with it all the time. but it also makes me really good at what I do. It makes me really good at design. It makes me really good at helping clients, achieve their goals in a really, logical, fast, good way. But that holds me back, obviously, the perfectionist thing, and then also the sage side keeps me stuck a lot. So I like to research and analyze and have everything be absolutely perfect before I put it out there. Kind of that perfectionism feeds off of that, planner in me. And what happens for me is that when when I'm trying to plan this content and I'm not feeling it, I just get totally stuck. I'm like, okay, this is not good enough. Like, I end up getting super frustrated and it makes me just feel like crap. And I want to just totally quit everything. Like, I just want to be like, fuck this, I'm done. I'm closing my business. I'm going to go watch Netflix for 3 weeks and then go get a real job again. And obviously that's not really what I want. That's not really what any of us want. I mean, let me know if it is. Hopefully that's not what you want. But really understanding that about myself and using those brand archetypes to understand that helped me develop my business in a way that can handle it, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is, gosh, the live video is kicking my butt today. I don't know what I would have done if I tried to pre-record this thing because I'm like stumbling all over the place. But really what that means is because I understand that I'm prone to procrastination and binging on Netflix for days at a time and not wanting to do anything because I'm overwhelmed by perfectionism and staying, stuck in research mode, whatever it is, I was able to create the systems and the processes and the structures and the journey that I take my clients on where I don't have to be a part of that every day. That was my goal in setting up my business. I wanted to completely automate the client attraction process and the client nurture process. I want to bring people in, have them get to know exactly who I am, give them enough information to make a decision to say, you're totally batshit crazy, I'm unsubscribing right now, or I'm totally freaking in love with you, I want to go hang out in your group and watch your videos. One or the other. I want to give them that information, let them decide if I'm the right person for them, and then have them come into my world. And then I just get to show up and do the things that I am excited about, right? So even though in the last, I said the first week of February, so the last 3 weeks, even though I haven't really done anything other than Thirsty Thursday and Spotlight Sunday, and as I already said, I skipped one Thirsty Thursday, I've booked 2 perfect dream clients. Like 100% perfect. We get on the sales call. They're like, I don't really have any questions. It just said, you had to book a call. So I booked a call. That is amazing, right? Like, I just want to take a second and really be excited for myself, if that's okay. Like, I'm not usually super braggy, but I'm really excited about this because it's it works. It totally works. I've seen it work for my clients, but it totally works for me too. And that's how I'm able to teach it and be successful at it, because I've set up all of these processes and all of these systems with my brand purpose in mind and my personality in mind. So that if I am having a bad day or a bad week or a bad 3 weeks like it's been, I can walk away and I can still bring in clients. I'm still bringing in perfect dream level clients because I've put in the work on the front end. So that's what I want to talk about, or that's what I've been talking about. So I'm going to take a break. Read the comments. I feel like I just kind of ranted there for a second. So let me know if that makes sense to you guys and if that sounds intriguing. Dude, I want to do this too. Or and the next thing I'm going to talk about is all of the different pieces I have in place to make that happen. So I'm going to get there. I'm going to tell you how. I hate those freaking videos when people tell you hey, I do this really cool thing, but then they don't tell you how they do it. I'm going to tell you how. Don't worry. But, sorry. Maya, go scratch somewhere else. Sorry, my dog's in here. Come here. Come here. Come say hi. Good girl. This is Maya. She won't look at the camera. Hello, Piddle. Okay. Thank you. Birthday kisses. Yeah. So, let me read comments. Victoria, hello. Victoria, I got your Facebook message too. Victoria sent me a happy birthday song in Facebook Messenger. I just haven't gotten through my whole list of stuff on Facebook today yet, but I did see it. That was so sweet. I loved it. Thank you so much. Christy says, as a hero archetype, I tend to push myself past the point of when I should take a break. Yes. If there's a will, there's a way. Yes. So And it's kind of like, it's good and bad, right? You have to, appreciate it sometimes because I know you, you're hella good at getting shit done, right? And it's a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. But that's, again, those archetypes, just recognizing that is a huge, huge thing. Just making that conscious decision to acknowledge it instead of try to pretend it's not there or, try to power through it or whatever all the time. Just understanding that about yourself allows you to come up with a plan to work through it and work around it, right? Yes. Yeah, Amber, not a hero, but yes, I cannot binge for 3 weeks. I barely watch movies shows now. I don't know about 3 weeks. 3 days is probably what I meant. If I said 3 weeks, I can do 3-day binges all day long on Netflix. I have a Netflix problem. Actually, lately, I think I've watched all of Netflix already. It's been Amazon Prime recently, but anyway, of course, brag on yourself. Thanks, Amber. Yay. Because of this, I spent the last 4 days watching Friends, legitimately this week. I was watching Friends earlier, too, while I was working. Okay, so hopefully this is, intriguing for you, though, that you want to be able to close the laptop, walk away, whether it's because you're having a bad day or because you want to go to a baseball game in the middle of the day. Whatever it is, whatever you need a break for, whether it's because you're overwhelmed or not, we need to be able to step away from our businesses. I'm almost positive that no one started their business so that they could work more, right? Most of us in here want more freedom to, over time, over money, over all of the things. Freedom is a huge motivator for entrepreneurs. We don't want to be chained to our laptops. Just because we don't have to sit in a cube does not mean we want to be chained to our laptop or our phone or whatever it is all the time. So, let's go through the different systems, and this is where I'm going to get techie nerdy a little bit, but this is actually how I've done it. I'm going to give you literally an outline of my entire business plan here. Sorry, I have hiccups now. Okay, so my goals, as I said, my goal for my business is to automate the entire client attraction process. My little thing is use your personality to stand out boldly and attract ideal clients like a freaking magnet. So my goal is to bring them in without me having to do a whole lot, right? And then by the time I, get to the point where I'm offering them something, they already know, if I'm a good fit for them or not. They already know that they like me. They already know that they, that they're going to trust me and that I can help them before I ever try to get people on the phone. So again, another personality thing. This is where that introvert thing comes in. I was when I started my business, I was terrified that I was going to have to do cold calls or cold pitch, sending random people, Facebook messages or whatever saying, hey, want to get on the phone? That's just not me. And it just feels gross. So I was like, how am I going to not have to do this? So my goal then, attract that process, attract that know, like, trust, or automate that know, like, trust factor, and then bring them through the door and offer them something, and they'll already know if they like me or not, right? So if you are on my email list, you've heard a lot of this story probably in full detail. There's a 5-part series that you get when you opt into my email list that walks through super detailed step-by-step of all of this stuff. But essentially what it is I have my archetype quiz. My archetype quiz is the foundation of my business model. It really is. So now I run ads. Before I could afford to run ads, I just posted my archetype quiz in different places. And Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest is huge, huge, huge for me. I'd say 90% of everyone here and on my email list probably came from Pinterest. I'm just now starting Facebook ads. But that quiz, so a really, really strong freebie is super, super important in automating all of this stuff, right? So everybody has freebies, right? And I actually did a really good Thirsty Thursday video about creating a good freebie. You can check the archives for it, but essentially it has to blow your freaking pants off. It can't just be a checklist of something or download this thing to learn my 3-step process to blah, blah, blah. It has to be something, oh my gosh, yes, I absolutely need this, and blow them out of the water. That's how good it has to be. So my archetype quiz does that because it's totally different than what everyone else is doing. There are so many people with archetype quizzes. In reality, obviously I didn't invent them. They're based in psychology from the 1940s. But there are so many quizzes out there. So I tried to come up with a way to make mine totally different and showcase my personality. And that's the next part, is they have to get to know you before they can decide if they like you and if they trust you. So putting in as much of your personality into the freebie as you can is so, so important. So with the, again, with my quiz, the principles are the same. Like, you probably get the same results from my quiz as most of the other quizzes. Mine might be a little bit better. Again, not to brag. But my quiz works well. Like, I don't have very many people saying, like, oh, this wasn't really me. I get emails that are like, oh my gosh, this is spot on. This is exactly me. And of course we want it to be good, right? But really the important thing is that personality. So that's how I really differentiated my quiz from all the other ones. It's just by putting more of me in it. And all that looked like was on the actual quiz questions, instead of saying, what does your office look like? Or whatever the question is. I don't even remember now. It's like, what's your fave thing in your office? Like, just being a total dork like I am on these videos, translating that into words on my quiz. So the quiz has some of it, and then you get on the email list, and there's a lot more of it. But even on the results pages of the quiz, those are totally different than everyone else's. Everyone else has like the typical, you know, what brand are you like, and what online entrepreneur are you like, and mine has that too. But then it gets into stuff that's not on other pages, like memes and emojis and music, because I'm a giant music snob. So really just thinking outside of the box on your freebie is huge. So whatever it is, whatever your awesome idea is, whatever you teach, cool, make a freebie out of it, and then go back and make sure that it feels like you. Like, how can you put your spin on it? How can you, add something in there that's going to let them get to know who you are as a person? My goal when I get on the phone with somebody who's gone through all this is they get on the phone and they already know exactly who I am. Like, their expectations are totally exactly where I need them to be because they already know me as a person. I remember when I would when I first started, and I have clients who have, gotten on the phone with people and they're like, yeah, this wasn't really what I was expecting, or, that's what I don't want. I don't want that to happen. I want them to know exactly what's going to happen when they get on the phone, exactly what to expect from me, and be able to make a decision easily because they already have all the information they need. So let them get to know you. That is the main part of the freebie. I'll go into the little techie goofy stuff here in a second, but that's the main thing. You need to have a really good freebie that shows who you are. Yes, the content has to be good. Don't make a shitty freebie, but put yourself into it. Okay. Horse officially beaten to death. Put yourself in your freebie. So then, again, the next thing is that email sequence. You want to have a really strong email sequence to let them get to know who you are. Build that trust, show them that you are a person of value and not some random weirdo on the internet trying to steal everyone's money. Of course, there's no one in this group that would do that, I'm sure, but you have to prove yourself online. It's something that's totally different about the online industry than other industries. You have to literally show them who you are, because when you meet with somebody, it's again that intuition thing, right? You kind of can get a feel for the person when you're in the same room. That's way harder to do online. So you have to put in a lot more work up front to let them, get that feel for you. And that's where that stuff comes in, especially that email sequence. So having that really strong email sequence is super important. And then the other pieces are just directing them where you want to go. That's really the last piece of it. Once they're in the email sequence, I offer them a call, but I also send you here, right? Like, if you're in this group, most likely it's because you took the quiz and then I said, hey, I have a cool group, right? So any opportunity that I have to bring you into my world further, take advantage of it. So I think you take the quiz, you go get to the landing page and it says, hey, cool, also join my group. I also have this group if you want to do this over here. And then I think in the second email it says, hey, come to my group. And then I do awesome stuff in this group, so sometimes I'll share it there too. Like, to my regular email list, I'll just remind people, hey, I did this really cool Thirsty Thursday video. Hey, I'm interviewing group members for Spotlight Sunday every single week. Come get your shit, advertised for totally free. Just reminding people all the time and inviting them in even further to let them get to know you for the things that you like doing. And this is where we come back in at the beginning. If you have a Facebook group and you fucking hate it, don't invite people there. Close that thing down. Like, do what makes you excited. So last week when I skipped Thirsty Thursday being the exception, I freaking love doing these. I love coming in here and doing live trainings in my group. I really like live trainings. I don't really get burned out of that. So invite people where you want them to go, where you want them to hang out. I think that's another thing where people get stuck online, is you feel like you have to be everywhere. Like, I don't know my ideal client well enough to know exactly where they hang out, so I'm just going to go everywhere and hope to catch as many people as I can. Burnout City. That's the fastest road to Burnout City, is trying to do all the things, right? So really focus on what you like to do and bring the people there. I have a ton of people in this group who show up for these calls who hate Facebook. Like, they've told me so many times before, I hate Facebook. I don't do anything on Facebook. But your trainings are there, so I go hang out in your group. If you have good content and people like you, they will go where you are. Like, maybe you like Instagram and you hate Facebook. Send them to follow you on Instagram and tell them, you do stories and lives on Instagram, whatever it is. But make sure you're really excited about doing it. And of all the things that you can get burnt out on, for me, it's that content planning piece where I have to think through in advance what I'm going to do. That's what I get burnt out on. So I try to do it, like Amber said earlier, I try to do it as far in advance as I can. Last week I ran out and I was like, I don't know what to talk about today. It's Valentine's Day. No one's going to watch anyway. I'm just done. Again, did my whole business blow up because that happened? No. Give yourself a break too, but also plan for it as best as you can. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I feel like I've been rambling constantly. I've done so good not getting interrupted by comments. Usually I get distracted. So we're going to go back and read them. If you have any questions about any part of that process, now's the time to put them in while I'm reading through the comments. So let me know. Let's see here. Fuck yeah, I do. I love it, Amber. You need freedom, and yeah, the kids are high maintenance with their health. Yes. Yeah, Amber, you have to be able to walk away at any moment and have your business not blow up because of it, right? So that's super important when you have stuff like that, for sure. You love my pins. Thank you, Amber. Pinterest is seriously it is the cheapest, easiest traffic you can get. No joke. I pay, I think, $150 a month for a promoted pin, and then I have Tailwind for my Pinterest, and I get so much traffic to my website. Like I said, probably 90%. I'm hoping I'll get more from Facebook now that I've started doing Facebook ads. They've only been running for 2 days, though, so we'll see how it goes. But Pinterest, if you're starting a business and you have content in some form or another, there's no reason you should not be doing Pinterest. If you hate writing, don't write. Record videos or whatever it is you're doing, but then embed it on a page and make a pin for it and send people there. I think people feel like, oh, I can't do Pinterest because I'm not a blogger, or I hate blogging, or I hate writing. That's totally okay. You can still embed a video on a page and send people there from Pinterest. If you're not taking advantage of the insane number of people on Pinterest, you need to get with the times. I usually don't, I don't say that about a lot of stuff. I very, very rarely tell people you should be doing this, because it's really up to what you like, right? But Pinterest, I think I log in there once every 4 months, load up my Tailwind queue, and then walk away. There's no reason not to take advantage of Pinterest, because there's hardly any work involved, and it's so good for traffic. Okay, Pinterest rant over. You also put way more value on the results. Ooh, that's a good point, Amber, too. Yeah. Get that personality in there, but then back to that content thing and whatever you're talking about. You have to emphasize what the results are, what the benefits are to them, right? Humans are selfish. I ain't scared to say that. It's so true. I'm selfish. Looking at other people's website, if I can't tell immediately, what's in it for me? What do I get out of this? Why should I care about this? Then I'm gone. So really focusing on the value of what you're doing. What are they actually going to get out of it? What are they going to achieve is huge in the freebie, because your freebie is your first impression, right? That's their first chance to really get to know you. That's where you want to pull out all the stops, blow them out of the water, blow their pants off, whatever you want to say. Putting all of that good stuff into the freebie is super important, because it really sets the tone for everything going forward. It tells them what to expect from you. And if you are just not blowing their pants off, they're not going to be super excited when that next email pops in their inbox, right? So, good point, Amber. I love that. Okay, I lost my spot. I was totally just thinking about how you nailed this way better than anyone else the other day, including a pretty well-known influencer using them. Oh, well, thank you, Amber. You'll have to, like, message me and tell me who you're talking about, because I want to know. Writing my sequence almost killed me, Christy. Christy, oh my goodness. Your stuff is so good. You're such a freaking good copywriter. Like, and just, your personality just, like, oozes out of you with every word that you say. So I'm sure it's going to be awesome. And that's a good, like, I like that you said that too, because this stuff is not, it's not supposed to be, like, super easy. Like, this is where, again, you pull out all the stops and give it everything you got. Is this freebie, this email sequence, because, again, it's their first impression of you. So there's this huge stuff online that I've already talked about a ton, and I won't go into a ton more right now, but where everybody's talking about ease and flow and let everything be easy and blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that's true. I mean, we all want that, of course, but you have to put in the freaking work. Like, you have to put in the work up front. I put in the work up front. I can't even tell you how many hours I spent on that freaking quiz. Like, months. I spent months on that quiz. And then the email sequence. And then all the landing pages and all of that. Like, it took me so long. But you know what? Now it gets to be easy. So, yes, it does, but you still have to put in the work up front. And if it's like totally easy for you to just bang this shit out, it's, you know, make sure it's good. That's all I'll say. Make sure it's good. If it were too easy, I would question it. So, Christy, I know yours is good. I've seen enough of it already to know that it's good, and I'm looking forward to reading the rest of it too. But Christy's in my group program, so she gets all of her stuff read by me. I love that group program. I'm about to launch it again too, just FYI. We're launching it. What is today? Today's my birthday. I should know the freaking date. We're launching, the first day is May 1st, so we're going to launch in April. So if you want to be in my group program, it's totally freaking amazing. And you can go on my website and get on the wait list. So wait list people, if you're on there, you're going to get extra discounts and fun stuff. So if you're thinking about it, go get on the wait list now. Screw Twitter and LinkedIn. Yes. Screw Twitter for sure. LinkedIn, I have it set up, but I don't ever do anything on it. Most of my clients aren't really on LinkedIn, and they're definitely not on Twitter, so I don't really screw with it. Twitter, I've never liked Twitter. Like, I just don't. No. So what I do instead is I have those profiles set up just in case someone happens to find me on there. They happen to be a huge Twitter person, and they show up on there. I just say, hey, I don't hang out here. Come follow me on Instagram. And I do the same thing on my LinkedIn page. I have a header at the top, and the description says something like, hey, come hang out on Instagram. Come join my Facebook group. I hang out over there. So, yeah, don't do what you don't want to do. Simple as that. I do not get Pinterest at all, but I want to. Amber, let's freaking talk about that, because I can help you with some Pinterest, girl. Victoria, me too. I love having no idea. Love looking. Have no idea how to use it for business. Yeah, Victoria. So, yeah, Pinterest for sure is totally awesome. You guys definitely want to look into it. And again, that's a huge part of Brand Boldly Live. We had a whole Pinterest section where I show you exactly how to do stuff. So, and you can outsource the crap out of it too. If you're like, I don't need a group program, I just need Pinterest. There's tons of Pinterest VAs out there that can help set that stuff up. Like I said, I do one promoted pin. I spend $150 a month on my promoted pin for my quiz, and then I use Tailwind to cycle my pins. I think it's like $10 a month. That's all I do. I log in there once every like 3 or 4 months, load up my Tailwind queue, and then don't go back in. So Pinterest is freaking amazing. Sherry, what app do you use for your quizzes? So I actually just switched. When I first started, I used Thrive Quiz Builder because I was being like cheap as possible. I need to get this up. I need to get this out. And it was a one-time fee of $67. It's a WordPress plugin. And it worked totally fine. Like, I don't have any major complaints about it. It's a little goofy, the back-end system of all of that Thrive stuff. But for the price, like, it got me thousands of people on my email list. So I have no complaints about it. I switched over to Interact Quiz Builder just like a month ago. and it's way more expensive, I will say that. But there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do, like tracking wise. I switched so that I could do Facebook ads and track them more easily, track conversion rates and how many people started versus how many people finished, and then how many people gave me their email address as opposed to skipping it, all of that stuff. So there's a lot more analytics and stuff in Interact. I like it a lot. But the other one was good too. I don't really have any complaints. Chrissy said, I need supervision. You do not need supervision. That is not the right word, Chrissy. You need encouragement sometimes, but your stuff is really, really, really good. It's so good. I love how excited you get about your own stuff. Thank you. It is super exciting. It's so fun to talk about. I love, like, I feel like I figured out the perfect thing, you know? Like, when I was a kid, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I changed my major like 10 times. I finally went to graphic design school, and then I was like, I hate being a freelance designer. I have to, like, talk to clients and do stuff I don't want to do, but I love the design part, right? And then I decided, at one point I was going to be a teacher, and I did an internship, and it was a nightmare in a 6th grade class. And then I got my marketing degree and worked in my cube and whatnot. And this kind of like brings all of the pieces that I like of each of them together. So it is super exciting for me because it's like I get to teach, but I still get to do design and talk about design. And then I get to talk about marketing strategies, and I don't have to sit in a cube, and I get to work with amazing people and talk to awesome people like you guys in my group. So yeah, it is. I am excited. So I'm glad that you don't think I'm a total dork for being so excited. Get in the group. I've got more done in Brooke's program than I have in the past year and a half. Dude, I'm going to like screenshot that and put it on the page if that's okay, Christy. Also, I don't have shares in Brooke's business. Well, thank you so much, Christy. I'm so glad that you have gotten stuff done. Like, I'm so freaking glad. And Christy's in round 2 also, so come hang out with me and Christy for round 2. Get on the wait list. You use Interact too. Yeah, you took your quiz down, I think, Amber, right? You said, didn't you say you still use it for like once your clients are through the door, but it's not a lead magnet anymore, I think is what you said. I was in teaching too. Amber, brand twins. I swear, Amber and I are like twins, and we just met each other recently, but yeah, it's crazy. We have so much in common. I'm so excited. Amber and I get to meet each other in real life in April. It's going to be awesome. So, well, cool. I'm going to hop off here and get ready to go to birthday dinner with my dad. And, yeah, that's all I got for this Thirsty Thursday. Let me know if you have any questions, when you're watching the replay. I would love to answer them. Yes, use it internally. Cool. Yeah, don't get rid of it because it's totally awesome, right? Okay, but cool. Well, I will talk to you guys soon. Again, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you so much for coming live. This one was super fun. I love talking about this stuff, obviously. So I will see you all soon. Bye.